I'm standing here with men's basketball head coach Patrick Chambers. And Pat, a few weeks ago, you and Mike Lynch and Michaelrusioni went out to a battleship in the Pacific. First, can you just share your thoughts on the experience and what you guys did over there?
It's something I'll never forget as long as I live. We went out and landed on the USS Lincoln. I'll pull my hat out here. Here we go, the USS Lincoln, and it was an amazing journey. First of all, to land, and they used a term called controlled crash landing, so that put a little fear into us right off the bat. And then to land on an aircraft carrier in the middle of the Pacific while it was moving, while there were some rough seas, just incredible how this whole operation works. And then once on there, there's 5,000 people. It's a moving city on the sea, and we were able to spend time with the admiral, with some of the captains, and just some of the sailors, and see where they live, see how they eat, see their the daily workings of cooperation, communication, and again, it's incredible because there's nowhere they can go. You're on this ship. After like 14 hours, I'm looking around. I was like, I have to get on some land. I got to get off this boat. But it was pretty amazing, and to see these young kids, in these little beds, and they're 18 years old, just the same kids that I'm recruiting here to BU. Really shows what type of people they're going to be with the discipline and the honor, and that they really drive home on that aircraft carrier. And again, I felt privileged not to have to go through that. And I told my team, I told the players, they should be fortunate that they go to college, that they have a nice dormitory. We have Stuvie 1, Stuvie 2, that are the best dorms in the country. Sometimes we take our lives for granted.
And then obviously with today being Memorial Day, did you have any family involved in the Army or Navy?
I did. As soon as I got back to Coronado, we landed back at Coronado, and landing now is piece of cake for me. So I can land anywhere now. I called my one brother Bob, who was in the Navy when he was 18 to 20 years old, and I just told him how much I respected what he did, and how he came through it, and so much admiration for those people and how they live, and what they sacrifice on a day-to-day basis. It's truly remarkable what they do for our freedom, to allow us to do whatever we want.
And then you kind of mentioned how you and the captains and admirals, you're all overlooking these 18 to 21-year-old guys. Did they give you any tips as a coach how to interact with people this age?
Just again, it's drilling. It's habits. They're trying to create good habits, and they're trying to teach them how to be men, and that's exactly what we're doing every day. We're teaching life lessons, we're teaching them good habits, we're teaching them muscle memory, we're teaching them great attitudes. And it was funny, the Admiral said all those things during the course of the meal that we were fortunate enough to be a part of. And it just struck me that it could be on a Navy ship, it could be in a business, it could be a basketball program, it could be running a university, running an athletic department. We're all striving for the same thing, teaching, creating good habits, having a great attitude, and just being positive for the most part.
And then obviously being with Michaelrusioni, what were the soldiers' feelings when they saw him on the ship?
I tell you what, from the time we landed on the Navy base, naval base, it was pretty funny. Some guy found out we were at a restaurant, and drove like 25 minutes to see him, get his stick signed, and it was really, he has a great way about him. He talks to everyone. This is Michaelrusioni, and he's very open, and he's very gracious, which is he was fun to be around. And I think that's why we were able to eat with the Admiral, to be honest with you, because he sat right to the right of him. So we were very lucky to have him with us, and people were just stopping him. Those who remember the game, in 1980, just stopping and saying, hey, you know, I saw the game, hey, you know, whatever it might be, I'm a big fan, or my husband's a big fan, my wife's a big fan, whatever it might be. And it was really cool. It was really cool. And I was fortunate enough to bunk with him. And we were in the same room together, and just so everybody knows, he took the top bunk because he wanted it. But it was great, and we really had a good time on the ship.
And besides getting to eat dinner with an admiral, what was your most memorable experience being on this battleship?
I would have to say two things. Two things really struck me was the air fighter jets landing on the aircraft carrier, and what it takes to do this. And if one person makes a mistake, or one unit or one group makes a mistake, it's life, it's death. And you know, you really have to be on the same page. And just the organization, again, the leadership that you need on a ship like that, it was pretty remarkable. And that will stick with me forever. And hopefully I can take some of that, which I learned over that 24 hours, and utilize it for my program. And especially at night, they have to land at night, and they showed us what it looked like. It's basically, you know, you really got to trust your computer, your gear, the people that are talking to you. So that has a lot to do with it too. And you know, just sleeping on one of those ships, I don't think I slept a minute, because those aircraft carriers are landing till about 12:30 in the morning, and it feels like they're landing on top of your head. So I really give them a lot of credit, those young men and women who you know, serve our country for their lives. It's pretty amazing.
All right, thanks, Pat.